The IDF says it's acting on intelligence, which has resulted in the death of a number of Hamas operatives, including deputy commanders of several battalions. The situation there is awful. Been watching the humanitarian situation escalate for days now. And as the ground invasion of Gaza looms, Israeli hospitals are already preparing for an influx of war casualties. ABC's Inez de la Katara is in Jerusalem, where one hospital's parking garage has been turned into an underground hospital. Inez, you had a chance to speak with the director of the hospital. What did she tell you?
Hey, James. Yeah, so this is an underground hospital below Jerusalem's Hadassah Hospital. They've just set it up. It took 2 weeks to set it up. They've got rows and rows of beds there in what used to be a parking garage. This is a space that was meant to be a parking garage. It's now been turned into a hospital. They've got medical equipment. They tell us they should be fully operational starting tomorrow. And this is them preparing for all possible scenarios, possibly for airstrikes on Jerusalem, but also for an influx of war casualties. And in fact, they tell us they have been coordinating everything they're doing with the IDF. I'll let you listen to what the director of the hospital had to say about the whole operation.
Exactly, because potentially there might be a massive attack somewhere else in the country, and then there'll be an influx of patients to our hospital, and then we've actually added 130 beds to the campus. And the technology and the level of medicine we'll give here will be just as good as what we give in our regular hospital.
And worth pointing out that they've already started treating soldiers. While we were there, we saw soldiers, wounded soldiers in wheelchairs at the rehabilitation center. We also met with civilian victims of the October 7th terror attacks. One woman who had been shot in the hand and chest, and she was beginning her long road to recovery. She's been meeting with physiotherapists. She says it'll take her anywhere from 3 to 6 months to recover physically. And then she's also being followed by therapists because of the trauma this all inflicted on her.
And Inez, is the deployment of this underground hospital connected in any way to the wait for this possible ground invasion? Is there a sense sort of psychologically that Israel and the IDF are preparing to take casualties if they start this ground invasion into Gaza?
Yes, we do know, according to one source briefed on the discussions being held within the Israeli government, that setting up war hospitals is part of the delay here. The IDF wants to make sure that they have the facilities to treat wounded soldiers. They are, likely looking at lots of soldiers and being wounded and lots of casualties here. They've been warning the public that this is going to be a long war. It's going to be a very complicated, dangerous war. We know Israel has historically been really averse to losing soldiers, but in this case, going into Gaza, we've talked about this. It's a place that is, they've got tunnels. The Hamas militants have got tunnels everywhere in Gaza. Those tunnels booby-trapped, and so they are expecting lots of casualties, and they want to make sure they have the infrastructure in place to treat those wounded soldiers and casualties.
ABC's Inez de la Katara in Jerusalem. Thank you.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.